Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is Strong Legs. This right here is Keith. We're here to bring you the action for some EU Winners League Season 3. We got some pretty hot teams right now. It's the Tenerife Titans versus the Blue Jays. The Serbian Bosnian mix versus the Belgium squad. It's going to be pretty hot. We're ready for it. I think ninth round is underway. And as soon as it is, I think it is right now. Let's get straight to the action.
Oh man, Roy. I have to open the stream. I want to see how spooky you look. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I'll have to check after. I bet you're pretty spooky, bro.
Spooky on the outside, soft like a teddy bear on the inside, Keith.
That I know is true. Yeah, I can agree with that. So, I don't know too much about these teams, I'll be completely honest, which is a good thing because that doesn't happen too often outside of Winners League in the odd MDL team. So, it's great to experience new teams, good to see new names.
Sure.
Although they might not be new to the viewers, they're new to me. And so that means first impressions are important. I get to see some things I might have seen before, and I get to learn about these players. So it's all exciting.
I can guarantee you that you have seen Gemzilla before. He was on a different roster, but he just recently joined the Tenerife Titans. Yeah. And now it's going to be some aggression here coming out early from Blue Jays, looking to gain control of Banana via Molotov by Collins. But this is just distraction. This is just denying map control and information here for the Titan side. Excuse me, while the bomb transitions towards middle along with the entire squadron.
I believe that was a library smoke thrown as Collins will smoke off Coffin. Or else through a front sight smoke on B. Now this is canceled out by the fact that Brook is pushed forward. It's going to be a ramp B. Through the smoke comes Stevos. He just didn't hear anything. He assumed they weren't going to capitalize on that. Simic is pushed in towards Boiler. Collins knows this. Collins is going to clean that up, and they're planning A. It looks like they wanted to ramp B. Instead, they just push one player there after they get both kills on towards A. And now the Titans have to retake with 3, Roy. The kit's down. It's going to be a hard retake.
This is going to be a difficult retake. It's not only the man disadvantage, it's just the amount of control that Blue Jays has right now just seems intimidating, to say the least. But there it is. Blue Jays clean up. That looked almost even clinical, I might say, Keith.
Yeah, I really like that pistol. The library smoke makes it really difficult for that moto player. Especially because, you know, they're not going to have flashes, so he's not going to be able to get flashed through. So he's forced to go through the smoke, thinking they're ramping B.
Yeah.
That front sight smoke really separated the players on B, and they didn't push hard to get that information. So a lot of just lack of information from the Titans and Blue Jays just use those opening picks perfection.
For sure. It's one of those strats where really the only way out of it is preemptively, right? As soon as you're in map control, as soon as Blue Jays have taken everything away from you, it's impossible to take anything back. The pop flash right now for Richie, but Sereni, he's ready for it. And he's got the man advantage now for his team. Blue Jays are off to a good start once again. Gemzilla trying his luck, but he's thinking twice about it. Now it's going to be the smokes here for the Blue Jays. It's only a distraction. It's only trying to draw some rotates. Maybe bait somebody to walk into Blue Jays here towards brackets. And then the commitment towards the A site might happen. But hey, that's a great shot by Gemzilla. He's evened things up and he's relieved the B pressure. So now they can send their numbers back towards the A site. There's hope here for Titans.
There is Sereni. Is going to have to enter here. As Brook onside with 9, good for 1. This fifth player stays alive. Brook may get a second, but he gets turned on. AVN, Dimtron are so low. 2 and 42. So this is very winnable for Titans. Unless Blue Jays play this trade game to perfect.
Yeah, I think... Oh, I like that. Headshot angle by Dimitron. I mean, he knows he's low. Let's just take the shot. Now it's down to Gemzilla. He's healthy. He has more HP than both of these players combined. But he's in a crossfire, Keith, and he needs to go. Time is not in his favor. It's going to be now. It has to be right now. Gemzilla delaying. Time is ticking. Blue Jays are just playing this so well. They're not giving him anything, not falling for the baits. And Blue Jays tap that one in. Tenerife Titans, their economy is in shambles, Keith. It's going to be Eco here, and Blue Jays looking to take the third on the board here.
Yeah, we'll see some nades, maybe some upgraded pistols. Nothing too fancy. We'll get 4 nades from the Titans and Blue Jays. Should be aware that this is a possibility. Probably won't see them jumping out mid too aggressively. Yeah, they're safely at bottom T stairs and pushed into banana players with a good spawn. Dimkatron in the face. Gonna easily lock that out. Not a bother at all. Now, here's the thing for Titans. Their money's so good, they may even be able to force a double op if they wish. I saw one op get bought up. I don't think they're gonna go for the double. Yep. So Stevos We'll get that AWP. Utility will get bowed up around it. Not a bad first rifle round for Titans, but keep in mind that MAC-10 is going to be really effective against these 4 players, too.
Definitely. Definitely. That's a really good point. And on top of that, Blue Jays don't really have much pressure right now. They can just take their time. They're going to go for some risky play here towards Banana. Yeah, he thought the smoke would put that one out, but now the double nade stack's coming in. Demectron. Serenity's already down. Demek is down to 15 health, Keith. That's intimidating. Titans have not even taken a single point of damage. And Blue Jays didn't even gain banana control off that. That's rough.
Yeah, it was like it was all for naught. And Stevos is even going to flash for his teammates to push down Banana. So now Blue Jays are getting pinched. They have no map control. They're going to try to get brackets, and Brooks is going to shut that down. Dimtron is going to push in through with Collins. They may smoke this off, but Stevos is steadfast in the rotate through in towards Library. And Blue Jays seem stagnant here, as this execute's going to be really hard to pull off.
Time is ticking now, isn't it? 40 seconds left on the clock. The smoke towards Library with only 3 players left is a huge telltale sign, of course. So they might be ready for this one. D-Face has spotted a player towards Grave. But Steve still managed to find one. Demek in Halls able to equalize a little bit, but still the double player, the crossfire between pit, between site. That's a little too much for Blue Jays to handle. Not enough bodies, unfortunately, on that A site. So it is going to be Tenerife answering back early. They get 2 SGs off that? A single SG? All right, not bad.
And picked up the op. Not
too shabby.
They decided to drop one of the SGs for the op, which, yeah, understandable at least. Now, Blue Jays do get that counteractive buy with an WWP of themselves, and T-Face almost gets that opening kill with a self-flash in towards mid. It blinded Stevos. Or Stevos.
Did you notice something in this round, Keith? They didn't even bother going for early banana control this round, Blue Jays.
Yeah, they just stayed all the way back. Yeah.
You know what? Let Tenerife Titans have that one. They've earned it. That was some crazy control, though, from the Titans side, so I can't blame Blue Jays. But now it's going to be bracket pressure. Steve-O's looking for the repeat. There's several players looking for the collateral and the second kill. The first kill, excuse me. The first shot was not actually fatal, but only a significant amount of damage and barely taking any back. Now it's going to be ABN looking for that anchor, and Pit, that would have been a big kill, but somehow Samix keeps his life.
Samix has a smoke for a molly if anything gets thrown in, but they're out of utility. They actually have nothing. Samix can just stay here, pick up Brook on site, and it works out. It's just face. Zilla's able to rotate over. He'll pick up that up, and I think D-Face is just really heavily considering a save here. Yes, they will. No, their loss bonus is actually really awful. They're right. They run the first 3 rounds in a row, so they're only going to get 1900. He has to save. Yeah, it's going to be real bad. This is like worst case for Blue Jays.
Absolutely, yeah. 100% agreed with that one. On top of that, Titans, as soon as they realize T-Face is saving, they might start upgrading those weaponry themselves. Get those M4s down, pick up those SGs, bring that on the CT side, and man, does it get easier when you have one-tap weapons on the defense. Yep, now they're realizing, all right, there's not enough time. Let's get those upgrades now. I'm surprised they're even delaying it. I mean, I guess the Knicks has their one already. Brooks says, you know what? I'm pretty happy with my M4. I'm going to keep that. And that was solid. 4 players alive for the Tenerife Titans. They managed to get their economy in a pretty good spot. They have full utility. They have full kits this time around. Unfortunately for Blue Jays, they only have the hero op here for D-Face. Couple set of pistols, couple set of utility here. Of course, Serini with the most money. He's going to force up a little bit of armor just to increase their chances. But overall, still heavily leaning towards Titans here.
Again, no banana pressure early from Blue Jays, and there might come a time where Titans may pick up on this and start saving that utility, because they have completely used it all for mid-and control. That's great, but it may become a problem later on, as it's a 1-for-1 towards bracket.
Nice.
Done a nice job in towards pit before. Voss gets a kill. Samix gets gonna find AVN again, and for Blue Jays, it's not a good song that's playing right now.
Yeah, it's like waking up on Sunday morning, you know, you've had a long week and just pure noise is ringing in your ears, isn't it? It's just Sereni, 44 health. Maybe if Collins can find one of these players here on the A side, but unlikely with Steve-O's posted up with the ult. No, it's just all down to Sereni. He is so far away. He has 44 health. He has a Tech 9, and he has 4 aggressive players to deal with. But Gemzilla says, you shall not pass. Things are tied up now, Keith. 3-3. Economy looking pretty sexy right now for Team Titans. They're officially at that double buy territory, exactly where you want to be as early as possible on the CT side. And Blue Jays, they overly invested a little bit last round. Now they have to save again. They need a new accountant, Keith.
Yeah, they definitely should have had a rifle around here, and this is what hurts teams, right? Is that little mismanaging of the money. I know they wanted to go in around the op, try to make it work, but man, now you're missing out on a rifle round, and that's just so pivotal, especially in the game with money and the economy and the way CS is going. Big micro decisions and managing your money is more important than ever.
For sure.
In a weird way, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. I like this though. Double nade stack towards the pit position, a commonly played angle, but unfortunately no one is home. Now with 4 players here on towards the A side, it's going to be difficult. Zilla with a crossfire is able to find 2. That M4 is recoverable, and actually Steve-O's allows them to pick it up. Now they have something, whereas earlier they didn't have anything, but it is still a man advantage for the Titan side.
Collins, really attentive to this B rotator.
Oh, Steve!
And he knows they have them all stuck. What is happening? Did
he took
just
2 shots. Yeah, 2 easy shots, Keith.
And now they have to worry about Collins. Do they think he's already pinching this B player? They need to help Richie. And Collins able to get 1. That's not bad. Can Richie hold this down? He can't. This is a plant. And on top of that, that's an SG. Avian has to peek. He has to take a 1v1.
Wow, he barely dodged that grenade.
Imkitron is so low too.
Yeah, I mean, he just barely managed to get away from that nade. That might have been the death right there. But now it's a double up towards Coffins. This could work out. AVN looking to peek off the contact. Dimek, he's playing this perfectly. Dimk gonna have to be on point. Nade right onto AVN's feet. The first player is eliminated. AVN now peeks off the contact. Things are tied up. It's a 1 versus 1. Time is ticking.
Oh, and the flick from AVN. He gets his 3rd. The CZ for 1, the SG for 2, and that's the Titans just giving too much ground to these pistols. They let Collins get an M4 for free. No one tried to. They didn't try to retake Arch side after they lost it, and then by the time they were already pinching on Richie, he's just had no help. So, Titans maybe needing to be a bit more confident in that round, I'd say.
For sure. I mean, not only that, but Steve-O's had the round in his hand 3 times, and he could not capitalize on them, Keith. He had 3 opportunities to kill people there, and just couldn't find a single player off those 3 opportunities. That's just tough. That's unlucky, but we have to give some credit to Blue Jays. That was a perfectly orchestrated round. Actually, on the fly in the mid-round. That's one of the hardest things to orchestrate. Now, going to be a haul setup here, aggressive for Tenerife. This is just compensation for the fact that, well, they have downgraded weaponry. They don't have as much utility in kits they had in the last round. Brook, he's going to be the first contact. And P9 versus AK. Let's see if it works.
Well.
They're teasing us, aren't they?
They really are. Canadian gets them both, Roy! That shouldn't have happened.
Wow.
He gets both player in halls, and now Stevos, I think he's just got to try to work a pick and just live for the retake. Man, AVN, that was pretty disgusting.
That I love the patience on him. He knew the right time to strike too. That was perfect. Steve-O's now, he manages to equalize things up. Suddenly, it's looking like there's a chance here. But the double up towards lane. Gemzilla looking for the boost. Getting some information on top of the smoke. Now they're going to start moving up. The Molotov is a little bit too late. They're already past it. Richie from the high ground finds 1. But D-Face and Dimk, they've done a lot of damage here. AVN now. He's getting pushed by Gemzilla. But AVN is just on point right now, Keith. 3 kills for him. And not only 3 kills, but that impact was immeasurable.
He just clears halls all by himself. He swings wide and flies high like a Blue Jay, Roy, and just takes them both down. That's just that. AVN is just not missing shots. Very clinical. Now the Titans back down on just pistols. A couple nades come in, and by a couple I mean 1, a deagle, and the opening pick for D-Face.
That was pretty fast.
And man, Blue Jays 6 on the T side already.
Yeah, they managed to turn things around quite nicely. The double. Richie can't catch a break, but he definitely caught some nades right there, Keith. Sereni finds a double kill on towards Banana. That's going to be open sight, free passage. Now with Hall's control as well, Blue Jays are in the full control like a Tesla.
Well, this round is coming to its natural conclusion as Simics is hoping to find a gun, and to be honest, Blue Jays are kind of giving him a couple in Halls. If he can find this one-on-one fight, if Avian wants to go by himself, there it is. He got that one. Yeah, and to be honest, every kill counts at this point because Blue Jays' money has only solidified themselves for at least one complete rebuy back in.
Agreed.
Because their loss bonus is completely reset.
Right.
It doesn't exist, right? So Titans, they pick up this round. That missing gun may come back in the long run, honestly. I mean, I know it's just one gun, but
no, yeah, absolutely.
The principle, right?
Yeah, just look at AVN's economy. And if Blue Jays decide to force up with maybe a lack of bomb plant, their economy is going to be definitely struggling, and one player will just be on either a MAC-10 or a pistol. That's huge. Not just one gun, it's one player being less effective. And look at that double, mate. Look at that utility control from Titans right now towards Banana. No wonder why Blue Jays have not been taking it. Now they just got a reminder why.
They're going for the boost. She's going to go up. The upper cross is done as expected. Even more damage dealt. They'll get out. I mean, they take peanuts in comparison to the damage they give to Blue Jays, man. That's crazy.
Yep. Not only that, but now they're forcing Blue Jays to use utility to regain control of Banana, and it leaves them with very little. And I think Gemzilla and Richie are happy with this. They don't know the extent of damage they've done yet, but they know at least 2 players are wounded here for sure. They don't need Banana control anymore. It's going to be an easy hold here for these 2 players.
Well, very passive now. Titans realize they did damage towards Banana, although they didn't get the kill out of it. They're electing to play just both back deep in sight. These setups are risky, right? Because if your first player dies and you have to trade at least 4 or 5 players coming around the corner, it can get really difficult. So they're going to have to stand strong. They're number 1 and 3, so they have no smoke. They have nothing. I'm surprised a rotate hasn't come out. These players on B have no utility. They're walking out mid. Brook gets given a free kill. Richie on boost will fall back into the molly. He timed that poorly. Greeny pushed up on site. This is getting hairy. Collins has to help his teammates out. There's 8 seconds. Collins needs to kill both players. And Blue Jays are their own worst enemies.
Yes, yeah, but you kind of have to take into account the fact that they're just so wounded that it's...
That's true, too.
It kind of just takes away either like some level of confidence. It plays on you psychologically, right? When you're low health and when you're healthy, you play completely different. You can take different kinds of risks, and it's just very discombobulated. But maybe if Blue Jays were healthy there, maybe that round would have turned on its head on the A hit. But they're just 3 players down to so low that it's difficult to actually gate the trades. Now, it is going to be another attempt for the Banana control. This time, Tenerife have given it up. Low play here for Blue Jays. Oh, did they just walk in? Oh, this could end terribly or really well. Richie's been spotted. Now they're gonna expect Gemzilla to be up here. They're waiting for that contact. Gemzilla tries to take things into his own hand, and they both lose the sight. That is great work by Blue Jays. You can just tell they were in perfect control. They knew exactly what to expect there from Titans. Even Gemzilla, he knew Keith.
Yep. I mean, Richie couldn't really peek, but he needed to create some space. He still had full utility. He could have tried to draw up his smoke, maybe get a flash out.
Yeah, did they have a flash?
Jim, I know for a fact Richie had utility.
That flash would have helped him a lot.
He stuck pillar, but it's like you need to find some kind of space. Or at least Richie swings with that, but it seemed like a very rushed decision, one that had to be made. It didn't get communicated fast enough. So now Titans are going to be saving. That's the right call. They're save the op, save these rifles. And I imagine we'll see 3 players from Titans towards B next round for Titans, just to try to force it with an SMG and some nades. But Blue Jays keeping 5 up. Good look from them. They'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, now they're hunting. Have a okay amount of money. And by okay, I mean not much money at all. It's a little aggressive. This is... I guess it's worth the risk if it works out. Let's see if it plans out. 2 for 1 so far. Brook, oh, he cannot get out of that one alive. It's just the op in the hands of Stavos. That's a great weapon to save, but unfortunately that was pretty worth it for BlueJays, I have to admit. 2 for 2, still definitely worth it. Now they can get a pretty good buyout, and Tenerife have to make a decision here, Keith. They have a good lot. They have a decent amount of loss bonus. I don't think it'll be a force, but okay. Again, this is something I always address, right? There's no real right answer here. You have an op. You're probably the only person who has the opportunity to win the round for your team. Do you A, try to be really aggressive and take control of the round and risk losing the op and not having it in the round after, or B, just play really passively and make sure you can hold on to that op for the next round, but
I feel
pretty
like,
much forfeit this one.
I feel like it's super map dependent, and this boost is so cheeky. I can't believe Richie just got that kill. That's absurd.
Did you see
but I think
his
it's map
movements?
dependent. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But I'm gonna say for a map like Inferno Road, to answer your question, you can afford to be aggressive, right? There's a lot of exit points that favor GT off taking peaks, and it's happening. It's happening. USP op brings out P250 gets a kill. They're running it up A. They need to kill this Hall player. Brooks may get another.
No way. No way. 5 players alive in a full eco and a hero op round. What?
Dude.
Wow. I cannot believe that just happened.
It is really Halloween. There are some scary things happening.
What is scary was Richie's movement in a position that literally can't move. How do you dodge? How do you dodge bullets in a position where you can't move, Keith?
That's crazy, man.
that is. I have to give you respect, Richie. If you watch this VOD back, you are sick. You are a sick man. Wow. The tides have turned, Keith. The turntables are turning, and Steve-O's and Gemzilla are dishing out something they don't want as a Halloween treat. Just death.
Shots ringing out, just AVN. And with this purchase, we'll go the rest of this half nearly slipping away from them. As we mentioned, their loss bonus is only 1,900 here, Roy. They have to save next. They're only going to be able to get a buy in 15. Titans, I thought this was a great half from BlueJays. Don't be wrong, 7 rounds is still great. But there's such a potential for so much more.
Yeah, I think this is one of those maps that's starting to lean like super heavily on the T side.
Yeah.
Just because of how hard it is to win clean rounds on this map as a CT, generally speaking. Of course, there's always exceptions, but just generally speaking, it's incredibly difficult to win rounds without taking risk, right? You have to take banana control. You have to fight for brackets. Evo says, I don't have to take this fight, but I will, just for style points. He managed to find the kill. A second one as well, but that's an op now recovered for AVN. This is where BlueJays should be slowing down. Just let AVN take charge of this round. He has an op. There's a minute half left. No, nothing needs to be rushed here. Just let us take our time and let AVN plow.
Well, there's AVN. Gonna be able to get a second. They're gonna take this all the way around to B, of course. And it's Richie again. He elects the same spot as last time. He only has a flash. Take the 1v1 against the banana player. He loses him. He's lost in the sauce. He's nervous. Now he's stuck in a terrible position. I don't know what else Richie could have done, but I mean, he definitely needed one there.
Shot for shot, it seems, on these types of rounds. Now it's a 3 versus 2. BlueJays are pretty well set up. Sereni's holding banana side with the SG, but his shot is just not quick enough. Smex has eliminated him. Brook finds a second. It's down to AVN. Now the shot's fired, but a missed shot. They know exactly where he is.
He's trying to peek around this, but no luck. With no armor, AVN tries his best, but his moment he gets shot, he gets slowed. He gets his aim going everywhere, and it's 3 kills for him, but the 7-7 tied up now. That's Devosi 14, Brook at 14. Hell of a game so far from AVN. Titans get this full buy. So do BlueJays, minus an op. But they haven't used it too many times. You faced at it here and there, but a lot of the success came with early rifle pressure. Can they win this banana fight though, Roy? We haven't seen them win a rifle on rifle banana fight in a while.
Yeah, not only that, but they just can't ever move forward. Look at that. Dimke did not see a single person, and he's already eliminated. It's just flawless work right there. Now Richie's going to peek off the contact, and there it is. 2-man advantage. Make that even a third because there's another kill that happened towards the A site. And they're virtually unscathed.
Yeah, Colin, he stares. He is not going to get this banana back. They own it completely. There's the second smoke. Brook trades out AVN. Collins is going to try to get up here. He gets absolutely put in the dirt. What a one-tap. Titans get 8 on the half. Blue Jays will be happy with their 17 rounds. This is pretty... Like, it used to be abnormal, but now I say, as you mentioned, this is getting a bit more and more normal. I mean, most T-sides will still take 6, 7, 8 rounds. They can't complain about that.
That only adds a lot of pressure now to this side, though, right? You've done well in the first half. I mean, well enough, right? It could have been... I guess both teams stole rounds that they probably shouldn't have, so I guess there was balance somewhere along the line. But again, A7 as close as it can get. Now it's going to be a lot of pressure here on this pistol for sure. Economy here for the T side is imminent. It needs to happen, and it probably will happen at some point unless Blue Jays are on point. Let's see if they can hold down this banana rush.
Flash on the corner. Forces Collins back. Only 2 players here for Blue Jays. The kit is in CT, so he probably wants to fight and die there, right? Try to get a couple. Maybe try to push into sight. See if he can drop that kit in a good spot. Richie just jumping Glocks him. Not even fair. Collins will elect to just live. The kit's down in a retrievable position, which makes this retake very doable.
A boo, I guess?
Okay.
Man, that is just savage work right there from Gems. What was looking like a pretty even retake scenario is now completely in favor of Titans. Now they can focus less on certain angles and just focus more on this coffin hit. 2 players in that direction, 1 player coming in from CT, and it's a square of doom, let alone a triangle, Keith.
Oh, these shots are so good for Blue Jays. They got the kit. Dimtron has got to get on this bomb. He's down about 3 seconds to get this kill, and he gets destroyed. Richie with a pistol. Name a better combo. He was getting kills with the USP on rifle rounds, and he just bodies them with his Glock. 4 kills, all headshots. He almost has a full buy with full utility on the second buy. That's how many kills he got.
Wow. All right, Richie. We see you. You're the USB god. You're the pistol god. We forfeit the reins. Blue Jays now in a tough spot. They are going to go for the second round force buy. Now, Titans, if they claim this one, it should be an easy conversion. That might put them at 11. That would be a pretty comfortable lead going into the first gun round, into the second part of this second half. But double scouts, pistols, 5 smokes available for Blue Jays. We know how popular the delayed strats are becoming on this map with just so many choke points available. Let's see if they can make it work.
Flash that Collins is shot in. Needs to get a couple to Deagle. He will. Serini gets one of his own, and that's 2 gone. There's the Mac 10 for information. And they may have called it was a stack, but it truly wasn't. Only 3 players there. That's pretty common. Dimtron getting top back sight. Playing around hay bales. Out of bullets. Must reload. Only 12 remaining in that. And that's where Richie will strike. He gets tagged into the scout. Stavosi has his back. Deface may get one, but it might not be enough. And Stavosi just wants to end this round. 3 from him. He is so crisp.
What a recovery it is, but it's down to the 1v1 now. Serenity down to 7 HP, but he has the headshot angle. But Stavos, he says, no, not today. No treats for you. 4 kills for the man. That is a sick round to step up. I have to say, though, sending 2 probes into the B site, that's risky. If you're going to send in probes, where are the Molotovs to at least eliminate some of these angles for these players? I mean, you're sending them into the B site where you have, what, 5, 6 positions available for the CTs to be in? That's a lot to clear for two scouts. A little bit too much risk, but luckily, doesn't matter. The A control, it worked out really well for Titans. And again, now it's the pretty easy round. It's just pistols, no armor, a single smoke. Yes, they're upgraded pistols, but you have 4 Mac 10s.
The Mac 10s are definitely enough to get the job done. They need a rebound. They need a rebound from the money lost last round. Try to get that money. Collins is blind, but he'll drop the smoke. Which is it? Jimzilla. through. In the meantime, Richie, alt mid. Good for one, spins for two. He's made his money. Brook, can he make his? It looks like he can, so no harm, no foul. Blue Jays may get some money of their own, but it's Dimkatron. It's Titans will get 11.
Still, though, this could have been a pretty clean round for Titans. Now they've forfeited 2 players. MK looking for a third here, potentially, with the max 10. Almost there, down to 1. That's unlucky. You hate to see that. But Titans, 11-7, as predicted. Economy here for Blue Jays has recovered. The fun and games are over, Keith. A good amount of head armor, so these max 10s might not be as effective, especially that Galil for Brook. But there are players who don't have head armor, specifically D-Face and Dimk. Collins hasn't... Collins? You need to buy. Alright, it's an full utility and a kit. Actually, a decent downgrade considering they don't have a kit.
Yeah, that's not bad. I feel like the MP9 is just so good now, right? I buy the UMP just because I can't use the MP9 because for some reason it doesn't work for me. But to each their own. I respect it. My fellow UMP bro. Flashing towards mid AVN or smokes over. He doesn't want any of what they're selling. Tron gonna get in pit. Throw the smokes and the molly just takes him home. They know it's coming. And Tron 2 from the mini pit before Brook takes him down. D-Face gets in. AVN gets that elevation as he jumps up on default. And Simics with a lot to do. He's clean. His shots have been nice. But man, with it not posted on you, okay, 1. He knows there's a player default, and Serenity will peek. Titans get halted. And Blue Jays, what a nice answer back.
That was a solid response. You gotta love that from AVN, though. I mean, you're smoked off completely. There's a crazy amount of smoke wall on the A site. Just take the high ground. It's insane how effective that is, too. It just looks so easy from his angle. Like, you're on the ground, you're behind smokes. You're never really looking up, right? And most of these players aren't really on native, so their FOV's already kind of limited. That's pretty sick. I like that. But, again, there's a team effort. Blue Jays up to 8. Now the economy here, unfortunately, that last round where we said it should have been kind of clean, well... Now they pay the consequences, Keith. It's going to be banana attempt control here for the Titans. They've done a really good job with it on the CT side. Now they're trying to do it on the T side. 1-for-1 trade so far, and D-Face for the second.
Smoke from D-Face. Collins will play close to the smoke, and just Stavosi. Is it Stavosi or Stavo?
Stavos, I would say.
Okay. Okay. If there was an extra E, I would be correct, but...
We'd be happy to be corrected, players. If you have qualms,
yes.
if you do not like the way we are pronouncing your name, please reach out to us. My DMs are always open to you. Let us know for saying your name incorrectly. We'll be happy to correct it. For now, it's a 4 versus 3 for Blue Jays. You have a decent amount of control. I think they're starting to realize that with the lack of bracket pressure, not really much noise towards apps. Probably going to end B. They've already reinforced the numbers. D-Face will take contact. It might be hard to predict Collins, though.
Those will go in first. Richie is the one to actually get the kill. And I don't know if they know D-Face is here, right? Because they're assuming the CT. They are going to start to clear it. And somehow D-Face misses the second. He's tagged up. And then he's going to get dinked and still give it a 4th kill. D-Face does a lovely job staying alive. Titans didn't clear the site fast enough. Rotates came in, and Blue Jays. They're getting close to that gap.
I just can't believe it. I mean, he got shot in the face and he just kept going. No? All right. Well.
Sorry. I'm a popular guy, Roy. I have a lot of things.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry for taking your time, sir.
Yeah.
Hope somebody in the chat appreciates my dad humor. Anyways. Down to the Glocks for Titans. Not even a point of utility here. Not a flash, not a smoke, not a molly. I think the chances here are extremely grim for Titans to actually get a bomb plant. And on top of that, the bomb is not even on their back, so I think that's impossible for them to get a bomb plant.
Oh. Collins. Gets tagged up in the Glock. They double peek. Man, 1 bullet, 2 headshots. Richie's going to get here, and the smoke's still up. And you know what? They're going to concede a plant. Collins fell back. Money in the bank. Also, Roy, fair warning. The winds are picking up to 90 kilometers, and it's raining pretty bad. So if I disappear, it's out of black.
It's not a Halloween trick.
No.
I will keep that in mind. Now, Stavos has managed to make that rifle work. The Molotov is going to push him out. There's no escape for him. It's in the fire he goes. Collins eliminates Brook. Now it's easily expecting Richie in water. And the defuse after all. But 2 kills and a bomb plant on a full Glock round. That is a success in itself for Titans. Wow, the economy could have been so different here for Titans. That bomb plant really saved them in this round. Now the Blue Jays, Keith, they're coming off a pretty good streak of rounds, but their economy is still sort of limited. They need this round, otherwise Titans might start to pull ahead sooner than they expect. Again, banana control here for the Titans. They're extremely comfortable taking it on both sides. Double nade stack for D-Face. Molotov on top of him as well. That's a great way to shut down the Opera. You love that.
Yeah, Titans did a lovely job on their CT side, and you can see that they've really well versed these banana nades on T side as well. It's good to have both assets added to your game. It's so strong, those double nades, the molly, just flush that player out, get car control, and you can even just fall back after that, right? You've already used your utility, let them waste theirs. You have enough for a re-execute. Titans, though, have starting to get Hall's control in the meantime. But they've completely forfeited banana, which allows Blue Jays to rotate off, right? I would have liked a little bit of pressure still, maybe a little bit of noise. Don't let D-Face repost, because now he can just stay there alone. And they can hard rotate.
Yep, it's all they have to do is just buy enough time for these players to settle in, and assault might just be impossible. See if it works out. Triangle on site. One player in mini pit, one player boosted up cold zero box, and there's the player stairs. Collins with the SG finds 2 with the spray down. That's great work. Now it's going to be 30 players in Halls to make it work, and it will be 1 player so far. There's still Dimcade below. He's going to spot that player jumping on top of him, but he gets Goomba stomped. Sereni on site now, but he is pinched from Moto and Pit as well. It's down to D-Face now, the 1 versus 2.
Absolutely bodied. As Brook holds the smoke run through, easy kill for him. He gets 2 or 3 on the round, but man, he just destroy Sereni and Pit. Oh my goodness. It is hard to hit a falling player, but if they're able to land and flick behind them to kill you, you've made a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, I just feel like his approach to that angle was a little bit off. I'm sure he realizes it too. He could have just maybe crouched, held his back. I mean, he knew that player had to jump down eventually, right? But
a little bit of timing.
A little bit of timing, a little bit of this. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. It's going to be banana control attempt here for Blue Jays. They forfeited banana enough. Now they want control of it. A 1-for-1 trade, but unfortunately the ump just isn't good against the SG from long range.
Yeah. They're going to try to run this down towards banana. Gimatron will just smoke towards mid, planter porch. I believe there's a boosted player there as well. If memory serves, where's number 6 at? I'm going to shift my way through. Yeah, he's boosted up on the flower pot. That's ABN. So they have brackets. They have top banana. D-Face will find 1. Looks like Titans are just going to settle back into this B. It's kind of been a staple for them.
Yeah, with the double smoke that just came out, Titans are fully aware there are 2 players on the B side. So they're like, nope, we're out of here. That means there's probably some sort of vulnerability on the A side. It could be towards Moto. And I think they're realizing it. It's definitely towards Moto and Arches. The 2 players are in sight, in pit. This is a great call here from Titans.
Lovely kill in from Stavos again. This man is so good with his MG. His SG as Collins is tagged up. D-Face has no utility. They don't have a kit. I think this is a must save. I know it's a 2v2 and it's very tempted to go for, right? But you have no utility. They have a fresh smoke. Literally, they know there's still a molly to be used. This crossfire is just so hard to clear them.
Yeah, no kit on top of all that as well. So it's definitely tough. Time is ticking. No, nothing spotted over the smoke. That's a safe call. Let's retreat. Let's save our money. Save our weapons.
Collins should be able to make it and get a gun upgrade as well.
Actually, true. Good point. I think he's realizing that as well. That's an SG. All right, a decent consolation.
Not bad.
I mean, an SG, it's more than enough to work with.
Yep.
A little bit greedy there for the Titans on the hunt. They don't have nearly enough money to justify that, but they just wanted the chokehold on the economy.
Yep.
Can't blame him. But Keith, Titans have no loss bonus. That's it. They lose any of these rounds upcoming, that's going to be a double reset. That's going to be Blue Jays jumping back up into the game. But
and that's the economy management we talk about, right? It's just being so self-aware that you realize, okay, these rounds are so close. The way the CS is, when it used to be ahead, you used to be able to just run them down to get those kills. But if you're dying and they're going to build more money than you in a fast possession, you just got to be wise about it. And saved op from defense gets shut down. Richie takes him down. He gets picked up by AVN, and he's dipping all the way back. Blue Jays stack 3 players towards B, and just AVN with the op towards brackets. And Titans, they've been pressuring B quite a bit, so it looks like they are going to do one of those executes. Both these mollies and everything, they should clear out these orange players.
Yeah, this is actually genius from Blue Jays. They have the op pop off towards A, funnel them towards the B site into the stack. MK finds the first. MK looking for more now. The Molotov's going to push him off this angle. He has no more cover, but Sereni will actually find the kill first. Now he's pincer. Now he's all alone. He's isolated, and they are broken. AVN on the flank with the op. No kit, no armor, no utility. It's going to have to be on-point work here from him.
Trying to isolate one of these players, and yeah, that missed shot's just going to make him go back and grab the AK. Going to go for this. Thought he would have just fallen back with the op, but he feels confident to go for this. Smoke on the dark player. It actually hits him. He will peek. He'll get to the peak he wants, but I think at some point you just got to give this up.
What?
I mean, right? Am I crazy?
No, I'm just laughing because Richie played that to perfect. This man is a movement god. I don't know how.
His jiggles are so tight.
Right? This man never has any room to work with and somehow feels like he has all the room in the world. Not many people can do that. That's great work. Wow, that was really close though. I mean, that was a full eco. We talked about how limited the economy is. Now this is Blue Jays' time to strike. This could be the double eco, Keith. Deny the bomb plant, try to win the round. This could get bloody here towards Banana. That Molotov doing good work. It's a lot of damage dealt. The nade's doing even more. Simic almost loses his life. Now Collins is ready to peek along with his teammate. 1 for 1, 2 for 1. Definitely in favor of Titans. AVN. 1 versus 3 here, Keith.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to hang on. Simic is 3-1. They'll take it. And yeah, that's it. Richie just posts this up with Stavos. They'll re-smoke CT. And another one of these situations where I want them to go for it, but, in the context of, playing for OT, these guns are very critical. They will get max loss. They get spotted boosting up, but he wins that fight. That's a huge one. Stavos gets one, and Brook gets the other. That's going to be 15 for Titans. The buy from Blue Jays is going to have to be downgraded with SMGs to get that utility. And Titans have really tightened up their game here in the last 4 or 5 rounds in a row. They've won 4 in a row, so they've really done a nice job just tightening that gap, playing as a unit, trading out. They started playing that banana pressure well. They stopped giving up. They stopped fighting brackets because they're losing those fights. They made those little micro adjustments, and it started to work out.
Definitely. Gotta love that from the Belgian squad. Now they're up close and personal in halls. Brooke is waiting patiently for the aggression. I don't think it comes yet. I feel like Blue Jays need this kind of gamble, right? You're pushed up halls. You have a player towards bracket. But you only have a single player towards the B side. That's Sereni by himself.
Have a player pushed all the way up in Chimzilla. He's already pushed up all the way in that corner, so I think this is just going to be BXQ, right? They don't have Hall's control. No one went there right off the rip, so they got beat there. They realized the buy from Blue Jays probably isn't the strongest. And they've had so much success towards B, they might as well continue this. As Collins will jiggle it out. He doesn't have a smoke. His teammate on site doesn't have a smoke. To make things worse, the rotator has no utility. So this is just straight up gunfights. Flashes go right in. There's a player on boost and a player on site. Sereni, he's going to get covered from his teammates, and they just slaughter him. What a perfect rotate.
All right. That was a perfect rotate. You're absolutely right. That was just in the nick of time as well. The crossfire was just so many angles for the Titans to handle. As soon as they lost those first 2 players, it became infinitely more complex. You have to look sight, coffins, CT, player pushing. It's a lot of places with so little crosshairs available. 15 to 11. Maybe Blue Jays have a chance. They're 4 rounds down. They have an eco coming up right here. That should put them at 12 if things go according to plan. After that, it's really just 1 or 2 gun rounds at most to tie this game up.
Okay, D-Face. Don't be too mean to him. He knows there's more coming, too.
Oof.
Yeah, this mag just rules the whole...
Good awareness, too. I mean, he kills the player coming up halls. He knows there's likely a player jumping up. He probably heard him as well. Hey, take that first player, take the second player real quick, grab that bag, secure the bag, and we are out. Now, desperate attempts here for Titans. Grouping up towards halls, seeing if it'll work out. Okay, up close and personal, find one. Baited out instantly by Gems. That actually gives him a little space and a rifle to work with, but... Oh, Gemzilla just took the rifle and said, goodbye, cruel world, and... Well, that's unlucky.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
Alright, put that in the blooper reel.
3 HP. He must have just not... I think he had to fall off to the bench. That was the only way he lived. So he must have just fallen off to the ground. Unfortunate. The buy from Titans is manageable. Mac 10 won't have too much effect, but I think it's just to create space, just to pressure these banana players, right? Let Simics use all his utility, and then let's flash him in. After he cleans it all up, an aggressive angle from D-Face gets punished. Devos, he's been so clinical. And now Simics is getting flashed in. Will he check sandbag? It doesn't matter. He still kills his teammates before Collins swings. I think Collins might have been caught with a nade in his hand, and by the time he swapped to his gun, his teammate was already dead. So, Titans, 2 opening picks from the cost of a Mac 10. I don't think they're complaining.
100% not complaining. Now there's so much ground to cover here for BlueJays. Titans, though, they're happy with their man advantage, and they're going to assault the A site. Dimgate's already towards Moto. That's not a very good position to be able to hide, but somehow he burns 2 players alive. What?
I can't explain that, Roy.
I neither can I, but the bomb is planted, and it's a 2 versus 1. Titans, as long as they're on point, this could be the game right here. They're in great positions. They have a crossfire with sight and pit. Stavos is establishing control and information flow. And as long as they hold these positions, as long as they don't miss their shots, it should be the putt.
Yep, he sees them through the hay bale. Collins peeking, and Collins dealt with. Titans will take it. It was a close back and forth battle. Yeah, it's close back and forth battle. BlueJays had some really big rounds, some really big moments. But Stavos and Brook, I mean, they just played out of this world. And I mean, so did Dimtron. But man, I love this. What a cool way to start the match today, right? With 2 unknown entities, 1 player we know, and it's players we don't see too often stepping up. So that's awesome. I love that.
And there's not really much Belgian representation in general, right? On the international stage, like we don't really see many Belgian teams. Peace to the world, peace to all players, and peace to these players. Titans have done a great job controlling that game. I have to give it to them. I love that banana work. I love that control coming out from them. Even like just the raw risk taking and aggression. It seemed calculated to some degree, right? It seemed like it wasn't just raw confidence. It was part of a structure, part of a system.
Yep.
And that's how they got the win on Inferno, a map that depends on things like this. So that is the first match. We have another match coming up here for you guys shortly. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, ! socials for that. Follow Keith. Follow this Arctic Avenger right here. And follow Mel, ! Casters for that one. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for the next match. Don't go anywhere.